I'm going to read you, apart from the last book that I got, the last one, because we don't really need to cut trees and enough is enough. But the last one. What is called the generation gap is actually caused by the gap between the thinking of two generations and the lack of understanding of the feelings of one generation by the other. On it goes. So this gap exists not only between different generations but also between individuals belonging to the same generation, between master and servant, men and women, and even between husbands and wives. The husband wants to change his spouse to make her as he wants her to be. The wife also wants to change her husband for the same reason. As a result, no one changes. They only learn to tolerate each other, and that is usually called a happy marriage. Society acts more or less in the same way. It continues to exist through mutual toleration of differences between its members. But can this so-called generation gap be bridged? Moving on. He's got a piano. Okay. Had the younger generation from the very dawn of human existence implicitly obeyed and respected their elders, we would probably be still sitting in mountain caves and eating raw meat. The descendants must have differed from the lifestyle of their ancestors, and it can easily be guessed that such deviation did not always have the blessing of their elders. Yet we cannot deny that such deviant or defiant behavior on the part of the descendants has given rise to many advances in the evolution of human civilization. Adults and kids keep the conversation both ways. It cannot be adults telling their kids how it should be, and if it's not listened to, then you're a failure in society. You guys will perish, and then it's up to us to take humanity forward on this one home. And if the solutions we have to give are either blocked out, not heard, misinterpreted, gaslighted, looked down upon, cut out definitely from platforms, then where do we go to help the next generation which you guys are busy procreating? Plop, 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 marriage, procreate. Have you thought of what happens later when these kids are busy scrolling, going, pouting, having their junk food, their nonsense drinks, and everything's about money, it's not about soul anymore, everything is just trash. Who are the people changing that, and why is it that they're not allowed to speak up? I want to change that. And hopefully by reading few lines from this golden book, that I could open up a conversation irrespective of where on the planet you are. India, Europe, America, here, there. It's eventually one family, and we don't realize that the voice of one can actually help many, and those voices must be allowed to share, to speak. So feel free to share what you feel.